Hello everybody, welcome to another build guide. Today we're working on Akshan. Just for future reference, I'm also looking into lethal tempo. I believe it's quite good for all-ins. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I haven't tested much, so I can't say much about that, but I did test a couple of matchups, and it felt great. I'm not gonna lie. Greater all-in than PTA for sure. Anyways, back to the topic. So, I'm gonna test out the damages, and I'm gonna wrap up how does this build ties in with Akshan's playstyle, and why is Tank Buster is not as good as Lethality. There is two targets in front of you. One has a 3000 HP, 180 resistances, and this one has 3500 HP and 280 resistances. Don't forget Akshan also does magic damage from his passive, so the damage I'm gonna show you guys is gonna be lower than usual, and for obvious reasons I'm not gonna include squishy targets because, I mean, let's be honest, we know Lethality does amazing against squishies, so does Tank Buster, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so if you guys don't know, Blade of the Rune King is broken. This percent damage, it's great poke. It's greater than Kraken for sure, especially how your auto attacks ties in as with Akshan's passive. You get double autos. If you didn't know, Akshan gets double autos. You can cancel one and just get movement speed and stuff. Just go quick combo, just for PTA stuff like that. You can do a lot of stuff. Anyways, first of all, Akshan does only items better than Quinn. Akshan can also activate Eclipse on one go, meaning it's amazing poke if you think about it. You can also, if you have bork, what you can do is cancel one and just do like that, boom. Anyways, those are some other stuff. Let's get to testing, yes? So, if you guys didn't know, no matter what, bork start is always better in a short trades. 1055. My stuff is on C. Okay. As you can see, 1055, 881. I'm not gonna compare. I'm just gonna show you guys bases. That bork is always better than Kraken. First item. 743. It's like 300 HP less. And this will does pathetic damage, yeah. Anyways, that's why you go Kraken second usually. Of course, people don't do that because they don't have much experience with Akshan against beefier targets. This is gonna be representing bruiser. I think I told you guys the resistance and stuff. And this is gonna be tank. All right. So, first of all, two items. Boom. Actually, let's talk about how this is gonna work. I'm gonna do basic auto Q, auto, stuff like that. Basically 3 auto attacks. Each auto attack has 2, this is Akshan passive. So 3 times 2 is 6 guys. And I'm gonna do auto, Q, auto. And let me go to Eclipse. At the end of the video, I'm also going to talk about why Eclipse falls off and how you can combat that. Basic result is once you're full build, like this, you have boots of course, you just sell the Eclipse, go Kraken. That's about it. So your early game and mid game is Eclipse. Once you are around 4 items or 5 items, you fall off, but you sell Eclipse and change to Kraken basically. That's about it. So let's test Eclipse. Okay, that should be better. 1300. Auto. Q. Auto. There you go. Cool. We'll go with that. Boom. Oh, let's do Kraken play. Auto. Q. Auto. Betting on the PTA. Auto Q. Auto. There we go over to the Eclipse. Auto Q. Auto. 906. Auto Q. Auto. 19. Boom. Then we go Kraken. Then we go vanilla build. Let's say. Let's do Infinity Edge. Since we're testing damage anyways. Auto Q. Auto. 2, 3, 3.
She's dead.
Auto. Then we go over to. We don't go into Infinity Edge because we don't have crit yet.
Huh, nice place. Lot of things to swing from.
Auto Q. Auto. So against tanks, actually Eclipse does better. Which is odd. This is bruiser guy and the tank one. Quite close. But what you give is more survivability. You get shield and penetration and stuff like that. So better short trades. You're giving up over long periods of stuff. That's why it's good for bruisers, because at bruisers you don't get to sit there and auto attack over and over. You just need to do your burst, and with 4 autos you already do your burst damage with these items, meaning you don't need to all in them, you just need to poke them over and over with these stuff, which goes quite nice honestly. So I'm going over. No, I need to do first Kraken. No, there's no collector. There you go.
Death? I laugh at death.
Auto Q. Auto. 23. Auto. Then we just switch it over. Auto. Holy Jesus. That's probably the collector effect, so I'm gonna deduct 200 because when you do collect thing, it just dummies are messed up, so I'm gonna count it as 38. Let's see, it's not on cooldown, okay. Auto, and 3 turns. Oh, I was gonna deduct 200 less. Anyways, that's the basically gist of it, guys. So you get a lot of penetration from this, you get mythic bonus, which is a lot of movement speeds, and passive the penetration stuff. I'm also gonna, instead of this thing, I'm gonna do it with hand, just to show you guys the difference. The 26, and let's do this. Auto Q, auto. But don't forget, guys, these are attack speed, meaning you have more attack speed compared to Eclipse build. As you guys know, assassin items spike hard, but they fall off late game. To combat that, you drop off your Eclipse late game. Once you're full build, you go like, I'm falling off, I need to do damage, so you just go over to this and you just have this abomination. 32, 30. I'll say 3100 because collecting stuff. So as you guys can see, when you turn over to Kraken, does more damage, but even before you turn into Kraken, you do a ton of damage. Don't forget, guys, this is good into bruisers. You can do this into one tank. Tanks are usually beefy, but they have weak damage, right, guys? Bruisers have high decent damage, and decent beefiness. So you go Eclipse build into bruisers, your Aatroxes, your Tryndamirs, your Alaways. You can get away with it, no problem, because Eclipse, you spike really hard, you counter these champions anyways. Your Udyrs, your Scions. Actually, now that I think about it, Scion, you might be able to get away with it because you have Bork, does enemy current health.
I've got quite a few tricks up my cape.
So that should be fine. Especially you get ahead. Then besides that, what am I thinking? I think that's about it. I really do think it is quite better. I'm gonna show you guys the first item. The reason why we don't go Eclipse first or Kraken first. So here's Eclipse first, right guys? First of all, your auto attack is abysmal. Auto attack speed 6. Actually, I'm gonna do it on the tank as well. Of course, you won't have this small amount of stats against over beef stuff, but I can't change it all the time, so just gotta go with the plain stuff. So, Eclipse, right guys? Then we go Kraken. Auto Q, auto.
The world won't save itself, you know.
By the way, Bork gives more attack speed. No, they're pretty same. Just gives you the life steal. Oh, auto. Kraken.
Is it wrong to kill killers?
And here we at the Bork. Auto. Q. Auto. Don't forget that these targets have ton of HP, which that's why it does so much damage. But considering like 200, just give it or take 200 less, it is still more than any of these guys. 800 damage, let's say, still does more than Eclipse, still does more than Kraken. Anyways, let's do it on the beefy target. Auto 10. So there's your answer. Also, over here, you never ever go collector before Lord Dominic's. Lord Dominic's is just doesn't matter if they have any armor. Lord Dominic's, if they have fucking steel caps, Lord Dominic is better than collector. It's just basically with Lord Dominic, you don't have any base stats. All these base stats get countered by Lord Dominic, so even over collector, despite it having 12 lethality, it's just better. The reason collector is in this build is, first of all, 5%. You need to do 5% HP less damage, which is technically more damage because you need to do 95% of the health instead of 100%. That also already gives you damage. It also has amazing, crazy high AD damage. So this gives 70, this gives 30, this gives 55, right? This gives same as your mythic. Kraken does 10 more, of course, but Eclipse gives 3% max HP. Also, it gives you a lot of great trading pattern. It provides you shield. So the way you trade with Akshan is most of the time just auto, right? Of course, you don't just stand there, right? Your Q gives you movement speed, so just so you can proc that PTA one more time and get that big burst, right, guys? The way Eclipse helps out a lot is, first of all, you get a shield, right? You also get shield from your passive, meaning it gives you artificial tankiness, but it provides you multiple shields, your passive and your Eclipse. So it means that you always win short trades. Second perk of this is that, if you guys know, they give this mythic all the lethal items 5% movement speed. I mean, not 5%, 5 movement speed. It just makes you faster, more places, more roaming. The reason you don't rush it first is that the current mythic passive works on other items built. Meaning, if you go first, you don't have any passive because there's no other full items built, so you don't gain that as well. Steals movement speed. It gives you extra speed among with your Q. Great synergy. Movement speed is great synergy with Akshan because your job is to. Your short trades are made out of PTA and basically 4 aura attacks. So that's pretty much it. You always go. You basically just go this. Just exactly copy this. This is how you go. Exactly in that order. Of course, you want to pick your boots whenever you want. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching.
Okay, villains. Time to soil your
Here is the
skins.
damages one more time if you guys are interested. You're right there, and I love you guys. Mwah. Peace.